Hello everybody, I will start my today another coding session. So today I solve this question. String to integer a to y. Implement the my a to y function to convert a string to 32-bit integer. The algorithm for my a to y string is as follows. White space. String to integer. White space. Ignore any reading white space. Signedness. Determines the sign by checking if the next character is negative. Assuming positively is a conversion. Reads the integer by skipping reading zeros until a non-digit is counted or the end of the string is reached. If no digits were read, then the result is zero. Rounding. If the integer is out of the 32-bit signed in, then rounds the integer to remain in zero. Specifically, integers less than 2 negative negative 2 be rounded negative 2 greater than 2 to the 31 1 should be rounded. Returns the integer as the file. So wrong. So let me get started with the clarification of this question. So in this question, I'm given string s, and my task is to return the 32-bit signed integer. So I will return, and I will do the conversion named a to I. Okay. So the only thing I'm wondering here is s can always be s can always be converted or not. Or it is possible that s is something I cannot convert successfully. Take a look. It doesn't say anything. Let me take an example. Let me think of anyway. For example, let's say I'm given like this. In this case, for the first rule wideness, I can ignore this negative white space. And but it says it is only for the reading white. Wonder I have something. I will do this right. Anyway, in this case, I can ignore this. For this negative, I can treat it as a signed them 0 for 2. I will skip this reading 0 for the conversion rule. Okay, and I read 4 2. So in the end, I return negative 40. So from this, let's take a look at this example. In this case, I can read this one, B7, but I have C here. What is this? Oh, here, conversion. Reads the integer by skipping reading zeros, fours in. If no digits were read, then the result is so maybe this 0. No, I can just skip this. But no. should I do for this? No characters read because there is no reading white. No characters, there is no. And here, there's need to know time. 7 is, but after here, seems like I should. So what if white space is here? Probably it's because here I read 0. So, okay, I see. So, firstly, there's 3 steps. First step, ignore a white space. Step 2, find sign, plus or minus. Then read integer number. So when I'm in this mode, step 3, if I encounter white space or maybe um, alphabet, aside from digit, the number reading is finished. I see. So I think what I should do is quite simple. I just follow this 3 steps. So here, I, I completely just have to ignore. But what if so find pass or ignored? Ignored means it's a plus sign. But what if something begins with say what yeah. So it has to, I mean I definitely have to find this out and then I read some number. Yeah. So basically I should follow this step. That being said, let me get started with presentation. So for each index, so what I should do first is skip the okay. Here I should skip empty. So this is empty. I move and while I is the bar rate. If I is telling the bar rate, yes, and if it is pointing to the empty space, I just skip. This is the next. I read the sign. So here, if I've run out of the structures, I should return 0. It returns. Okay. Here I read the sign. So If this is minus, it should be negative. Otherwise, it should be plus. Okay, so I'm done with the second step. And lastly, I read the number. Oh, no. I have to move the pointer here, index here, so I have to be more careful. If this is negative, minus -1, and I move the if this is the plus sign, sign should be +1, and I move the I. Otherwise, sign is 1, and but I don't move I here. Okay. Plus omitted. Here, that it. Again, if it ends here, 0. This is the second step. Okay. The last step. So I have to read the so here I move the in until the end, and if there is some character which is not digit, I should return 0. So maybe I can do it this way. So how can I if this is not true, I should return 0, -1, 0. Otherwise, this is digit, so number in this way. Because also I have to take care the number should be multiplied by every time, because every time I find a new character, the number previously found built should have one larger digit. Okay. I take a look at STA character. If it is a digit, I return 0 immediately. Otherwise, integer and add it to. Okay. And I return 9 times number. Okay, this is okay. So let me write out my code. I have so many test cases. For example, I'd like to check the case. There is multiple. Sorry, there isn't any space or one space, maybe two space or also first I have to take care of these cases. There is only 0 space and the number continues in maybe or there's some spaces like this or all of them are space. Like, yeah. So in this case, I should return 0, and I can confirm this is true because I keep moving the I of S, and this is that being said, let me test it like this, or this, or there is space and immediately um, invalid. Let me take a look at this case. Place A, in this case, here I is moved to 1, index 1, but at that moment, Si is not go to line 47. Here's equal to here. This case, Si is A, which is correspond which corresponds to line 50. So sign this one, and I is not. But next, in line 60, J begins with 1. When J is 1, Sj is A, which is not digit. So line 65, this is the written. So I pass this. Okay. Aside from this, I'd like to check some, like it begins with this, but I have some other characteristic. Or same for this versus this versus, maybe it can be. So I just pick up this case, -1 space. Okay, so this case, in line 48 to line 51, this reads to I is equal to 1, and Si is minus, sign is -1, and I is incremented, comes here. And here, because this number, J begins with here, and Sj is an empty space, which is no digit. So in line 69, I return unfortunately. But if this is line 36, 1, 2, 3, in this case, J moves from 1 to 2. So what happens is that Sj is firstly 1, so number becomes 1, then multiplied by 10, and I add multiplied by 10, 3, I get 100. So I return -1 times, so I return -100. Okay, good. So this is the expect. Okay, so that being said, I'm pretty confident in my code. I covered those right. This case, I see. So if there is C here, I mean, number until here is valid. So what I should do is here, instead of 0, I break. But I have to make sure that if the first character is not digit, I should immediately false. So what I can do here is, here, when it is omitted, here, this one is not this digit, I should return because it looks like plus a or plus empty. And instead, in line 72, if something appears which break, typo. Ah, I see. So I have to do this before doing this. Write it in. Okay. If 42. Ah, no, here. Okay. I see. I forgot to do something. So in the end here, this is plus and number is larger than 2 to 31. To be rounded. Also, if time is negative and the less than 2 to 31, this is true. This is too small. Numbers. Yeah. And I read. This is minus integer less than. Ah, I see. That should be 1 or negative 1. String. Good. Premise sum. Okay, accepted. Yep. So for the time complexity, actually, I forgot to tell this. It O of n, assuming that there are n characters in yeah. Because what I did is Serenius count with the index. And for space complexity, it should be constant because I didn't use any non-constant data structure. Okay, good. That being said, let me quickly wrap up. So today I solved the question string to integer, a to I. So I'm given a string and my task is converted in integer. So the given string may have readings white spaces, which can be ignored, and the given string should have plus or negative or maybe omitted after that. And also after that, some numbers should be followed. Some numbers should follow. That should yep. And if the given string is invalid, I should have okay. So some places which were tricky is okay. That being said, let me finish my coding practice. So much.